Welcome back to my channel. Hello friends, good morning everyone. As you know that we have started our unit third, and in previous session we have completed our construction principles, the which principles are most important while developing a software we have already discussed in these sections. Now and forth I'm going to start a new topic, that is a development principle, that is the last topic of this syllabus. I hope you understood each and every points. Okay, so let's get start. Development principles. What is by development? Development is the real part of a project. Whatever you have up till now developed, or whatever you have worked with your project, you have to submit it to the customer so that they are going to use that software on their desk. Okay, development is just a part, the most important part, that gives you a feedback through which you can check that whatever you have done in this total days, or whatever you have to work with your project, that gives you a real reward. Okay, the actually development activity encompasses three actions. There are three activities should encompasses, or categorized, we can say that. First one is a delivery, second support, and last one is a feedback. Because modern software process models are evolutionary or incremental in nature, development happens not once but a number of times as software moves towards completion. Each delivery cycle provides the customers and end user with an operational software increment that provides usable functions and features. Each support cycle provides a documentations, a human assistance for all functions and features introduced during all the deployment cycle. Okay, just take a look. Whatever just I have read all these things. That the whole just a summary of this, a brief summary of this passages. Uh, Whatever you have worked with your project, that is should be given to the customer. And that, yes, we know that we are going to use agility in our project development, so that it is an incremental model. Every time you have to accept all the feedbacks from the customer, and according to that feedback you have to plan again. You have to work with that. You have to requirement should be or planning or modeling and designing and coding and testing. And last one is deployment. The deployment is not a once in a life, or once, it is not a one time process. It is every time whenever you iterate your project, or every time incremental model is used, you have a new features while you added to your project. That time you have to deploy your project to the customer end. Okay. uh, uh, Next one is each feedback cycles provides software team with important guidance that results in modification to the future functions, features, and approaches taken for the next increment. Deployment is the best for you, just because you can take a feedback from customer, and according to that feedback you can enhance your project. Okay, you can add new features, add new functionality, add new interfaces, or just customer, if customer is satisfied, then it's okay. If he wants to make changes or wants to add some new features, you have to do that. Okay, just take a look. There are a number of principles, we have to follow them. First is the customer expectations for the software must be managed from the day one. I'm just telling you that whatever the requirement getting from customer, that should be followed. Each and every point, each and every word should be followed, and it should be inculcated with your project, so that the project is developed according to the customer. Okay, so be careful while just getting whatever the requirements from the customer. You have to put all your efforts to get all the requirements in your project. Okay, too often the customer expectations more than the team has promised to deliver, and disappointment occurs immediately. This results in feedback that is not productive and ruins team's model. Yes, that's the worst part of the project, whatever the requirements take given from the customer, you just develop according to your thoughts, and the customer thoughts are totally different. That makes so much embarrassment and disappointment to the customers, and immediately eventually the moral of your team members are too much or ruins, um, just break your heart. Okay, so be careful while developing your project. Just stick to your customer requirement, okay, each and every time, and take a feedback regularly, so that you can easily manage your software according to the customer. Or yes, of course, if you are going through the agility process, customer is one of the team member. Okay, keep it in your mind. Next one is complete delivery package should be assembled and tested. Yes, of course, before deliver any kind of task, feature, function, or any kind of requirements, whatever new features you have added in the project, that should be tested out and tested on your desk first. Okay, CD-ROM or other media, including web-based downloads containing all the executable software, support data files, support documentaries, all the relevant information should be assembled and throughout beta testing with the your actual user. Yeah, beta testing is nothing but testing done on the customer side. Okay, that should be done in proper way. Okay, before that you have to test it on your desk. After, again, if everything is going correct, you can do it on your customer desk also. Okay, support regimes must be established before the software is delivered. Regime means system, so support system must be established before the software is delivered. Support system is the system where customer can ask their queries, and the person who is working with that support system should answer in a proper manner, or in a whatever the errors or lacuna or any kind of problem arises on the user side or stakeholder sides, that should be solved by the support system. Okay, if it goes wrong, everything is wrong. Okay, and end user expect responsiveness and accurate information when the questions or a problem arises. If support is ad hoc or worst next exist, sorry, none exist instance, the customer will become dissatisfied immediately. Support should be planned, support materialized, should be prepared, and appropriate record keeping mechanism should be established, so that software team can conduct a categorical assessment of the kind of support requested. Yeah, support, that is the main work of that team. Okay, support system are the persons who are take care of all the queries regarding the software after the deployment to the customer. Okay, that should be very much good, so that customer should be happy with your support system, so that next time he, uh, he wants to work with your company, or he wants to work with your or the other cooperatives. So be careful, uh, before doing any kind of software you have to create support system, support regime. Okay, the next principle is appropriate instrumental materials should be or must be provided to the end user. That means each and every document, each and every material, each and manual, whatever you have created for the user, that should be handed over to the customer. Just because if any kind of problem arises, he can solve themselves. Okay, the software team deliver more than the software itself. Appropriate, yeah, the whatever the requirements given come from the customers, the each and every points of the developers just give them much more. Okay, the appropriate training aids if required should be developed, or troubleshooting guidelines should be provided, and when necessary what difference between about this software increment description should be published. Whatever problem, errors or error meanings, or your handouts and your manuals, your exceptions files, Whatever the manuals necessary for the customer, that should be provided to them. Just because of any kind of problem arises during the while working with your project, they can solve themselves. That fix the case, they can easily fix it them. So just take care of your customer after the deployment your project, and support them at in every point. Okay, service should be most important part of your project. Okay, it's not happen that if you deliver your project and your work is done now. Just we have just taken a look in our software myths. We have already discussed each and every points regarding this reality and expectations of the customers and the managers and the developers. They are just, we have already discussed that, it clearly mentioned that after a development or delivery of a project, you should take care of your project and support to that software or give the services whatever they want, so that they can easily get acquainted with the project and work with it. Okay, hopefully you understood this point. Next one is a buggy software should be a fixed first, delivered later. Yes, each and every bug, each and every problem, each and every error should be fixed first, and then you can just let it go to the deployment section. Okay, don't be hurry to deploy your project before any kind of testing is done. Okay, you should test your project so that it can be easily find any kind of lacuna is there, you can fix it right now. Don't be lazy. Okay, under time pressure, some software organization deliver low quality increments while warning to the customer that bug will be fixed in the next release. This is a big mistake. They're saying in the software business, customers will forget you deliver a high quality product in few days late, but they will never forget a problem that a low quality product caused them. The software remain the every day. That means if you are providing them any buggy software, that software is really hectic to use for your customer, and the customer always try to abuse you. So be careful. Any kind of bug if appears, you have to fix it right there. Don't be lazy. Okay, uh, delivered software provides benefit for the end user, but it also provides useful feedback for the software team. As the increment is put into use, the end user should be encouraged to commit on the features and functions, ease of use, reliability, and any other characteristics that are appropriate. Yes, of course, after the deployment you will get some feedbacks. According to that feedback, you have to again plan everything. If any kind of changes is required, please go through it. If any kind of errors is required, if any kind of errors is discovered, you have to fix it there. Don't be as hurry, don't be as just deploy your buggy software. It's a really worst thing in a project. Just yeah, I know the scheduling is lagging behind. Please take your own time to just solve your buggy software first, then later on after testing each and every part, please deploy after it. Before any kind of testing, please don't do that. It's really worst impression in front of a customer. Okay, again next time he won't be able to work with you. So please be sure that your project is working in perfect manner as per the customer requirement. As per the customer requirement, validation verification is done. Any kind of problem is if miss happen with that, please support them. Okay, have you understood each and every point whatever we have discussed in this syllabus? Even though if any kind of a problems or any kind of points you don't understood up till now, uh, not no only in unit third, you can ask me in unit one, second, or any point, whatever you want to be revise or more clarify, so that I can get back that to a point of view. Hopefully you understood these sessions or video sessions. You can rewind it whenever you want to listen it. Okay, just go through it, and any kind of a problem arises, please contact me, or comment your queries in comment section, or text me on my WhatsApp group, so that I can get back to your problems and solve them in a proper manner. um, I hope you understood whatever I'm just go through it. Please make sure that each and every point should be, now don't skip any kind of a, video series, so that you will not understood middle part. So take care, have a nice day, best of luck for your bright futures. I'm going to start my new video series on Java, and Java, not core Java, that is advanced Java, Java network programming in next future. And simultaneously, I'm going to work with my Android projects development series. um, okay, so go with that also. I'm going to teach there lots of architecture, that is MVVM, MVC, in a practical oriented manner. So please subscribe my channel, and press bell icon, so that you will get a notification after updating my new videos on my YouTube channel. So have a nice day, take care, stay safe, bye bye.